welcome to Ryan and Brian's excellent Halloween Horror Nights podcast. We are here for the widely requested AI episode that suddenly everyone really wanted after the last one.
What turned into just us bantering at the end and hanging out, having fun, trying to, find out anything about this year, because HHN isn't telling us, and Universal, especially after this week, has just let us know that is not a priority.
No, it is not a priority.
So we went to AI. Everybody's going to AI, and
exactly. So why not us too? It seems like Twitter is just a huge fan of AI productions.
They really are.
Any movie that uses AI has become super popular and not negative in any way, shape, or form. So we wanted to ride that train and do something for the positive notes on social media.
Yeah. But also, I might be going to National Nightmare this weekend because, Ryan, we are officially a new holiday that exists because the haunted house industry says so, halfway to Halloween.
We are
this
halfway.
Weekend, which means we are way closer to the start of Horror Nights.
And did you see the troll online, Brian? I think you did.
I did. I saw it.
So, so halfway to Halloween, I saw some speculation that this might be the time for an announcement.
Yep.
So HHN just decides to tweet, Little Boo cut in half.
Little Boo, just straight. No, he's halfway. And,
he is halfway.
It's almost May, Ryan. It's
I know,
crazy.
No houses. But
no houses.
For those that don't know, Horror Nights is going to be at a horror convention. Was it Spookala?
Spooky Empire.
Spooky Empire,
yeah.
May 17th. So
theoretically,
I feel like they have to announce something
we
by
should
then.
have a house, yeah. What are they going
to talk about if it's not something that's going to be there this year? But if not, we were getting lots of epic announcements, lots of just general Universal announcements. I'm very happy for the tribute store. That's going to be coming. Anything Jaws, of course. Going to be a house next year, confirmed.
I think so. I think 100% we're going to see it.
Yeah, at this point, we know.
You know what? I'm going to outdo myself earlier. I'm making my first earliest prediction I've ever made.
I'm making it first.
Jaws house.
Oh, I beat you.
You said fine. Then no Jaws house.
Okay.
There will be no Jaws house next year.
We each have one prediction. Jaws house or not Jaws house. Whoever wins. That's it. We're done. Predictions episode.
But we did get summer announcements for a Lagoon show. So is that going to return? We got a lot to talk about. But Ryan, there's something else that happened. That's not for this episode. There is something that's for this episode because something changed.
Yep. Black shirt crew over here.
Oh,
we got the black shirt.
We have a rivalry.
Is if you look at the photos, how way more orange shirts out there. People are buying the black shirts. No one. Did you see the photo that someone posted? It was like at one of the WWE events, and it was just a wide shot, and then someone could see that someone wearing the orange HHN shirt in the middle of the crowd. It was so bright. And you can see in the wide shot, and I'm
still gonna buy it. I want to wait on merch, but now I'm noticed just dying on this hill.
You keep on saying you're gonna buy it, but yet you haven't.
Yeah, but that's not indicative of the shirt. That's just me I don't buy merch until it's all out there. Also, if anybody's
you're not
listening,
one to know to buy merch.
Yeah,
I guess you didn't buy the mug from 27.
You son of a. I can't start that now. Anyway, that's not the only thing that changed. The other thing is we got a spec map again.
We did get spec map again.
Did have some changes.
And I would absolutely love to talk to you about some of these things.
Should we? No, we should not.
Next episode, we should talk about it.
Because we've got something way bigger and way more important, Ryan.
AI. It's the future. And
the future is now.
It is.
That's
the future isn't written
movie.
yet.
I don't think it's Universal. I don't think that's a Universal movie, though. Whoops. So, Ryan, why don't you tell everybody how this is going to work, what's going on, why we are trying not to break laughing because of the chaos that is ensuing around us in this call.
And it's hard to keep it serious when everyone's changing their backgrounds and writing notes to us. And
Billy!
Yep. We have Billy references. We have Dora the Explorer references. We've got all kinds of things going on right now. So, for those that did not tune in last episode, Brian and I are in a competition this episode.
That's right, because we figured the point game is not enough. We need something in between that.
We need to know now who wins and who loses. We can't wait for the predictions. HHN's not going to give us the predictions and the points that we need, so we're going to have to do it now. So we are going to have Chat GPT, write us a couple prompts, and then he and I are going to create houses based off those prompts and see what we can come up with. We have 3 judges here.
Yeah. Judges. So how do we keep this neutral?
The best that we can.
Okay, so
I already feel like you're at an advantage, Brian, considering that you've both worked at one of these haunts and you've created a haunt yourself.
I would feel
and
that
two
way.
of the judges are from your camp, but I mean,
you did sandbag it kind of hard though with your judge. So you got someone in your corner that is genuinely.
I asked you if I invited somebody that had never been to the event before. Doesn't So
I want to be fair because people are going to say, "Oh, it's unfair," whatever. And also just know that
I will tell
Tyler is probably the least loyal. I could see him not caring about whatever mine is just for the sake of him. Yeah. So
and of all the people I know that listen, I think Jacob might be one of the most consistent. So
oh wow, okay,
yeah,
all right. So let's introduce these guys. Ryan, who do we have here?
All right, so we have Jacob.
Oh, nope.
We have, wait, is it opposite on other people's? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like this.
All right, there we have Jacob. Billy? Actually, it's recording on mine. They're going to see what I'm doing.
Yeah,
it's Jacob.
Oh, you're right.
Billy, and Tyler.
Mr. Special Guest
Brian,
himself.
And I'm Ryan.
Mr. Tyler. And yeah, we got the whole gang here, and they're going to hold us accountable.
Yep. So
yeah, we're talking about practice because I'm Allen Iverson, AI in the house. That's a reference for all the millennials. Okay, bye.
I liked it.
Speaking of AI, did anyone see that accidental diss that Kendrick Lamar did today?
I did. I was very confused.
In one of his songs, he calls out Joel Osteen.
Oh, geez.
But then says that because he was in that movie AI in The Sixth Sense.
I mean, that's a banger. That's a bar, as they say in the industry.
Joel Osteen, not Haley Joel Osment.
Very different people.
Yeah, very different people.
Very different people. Man, so with all this fun, we are going to have AI, and I just know everybody, if you've made it this far into the episode, sorry, I meant to address this. If I do this, just know that was clickbait, the title. It is not Universal's first AI haunted house. I'm just clickbaiting that. I meant to give that away way earlier so you don't feel like gotcha, but it's a funny play. I might not do it.
But yeah, we're going to have some fun here because honestly, the end of that episode, Ryan, was hysterical. And
yes.
We were referencing it, and I am excited to see what these three creative brains can kind of get the check, because we are not coming up with the prompts, correct?
No.
This is not us. This is not pre-planned. Honestly, most of the judges just learned what they were doing when we started.
Yes.
So
I'm going to go ahead and lay out just a quick list of the rules. All right. Well, we got some memes here. It's showing up on my screen, so the people watching the video is definitely going to be able to see this.
Just almost spit hot tea out all over it.
So the rules of the game is, first of all, we need a setting for this. So for this first original haunted house, we need a setting.
So I'm so sorry. I hate to interrupt and to always start, but check this out. I put some WD-40 on it. It doesn't squeak as much anymore.
Yeah?
Yeah. No.
You're also not going in and out of focus as much.
Oh, that's weird.
Like it's not like,
Yeah, well, that's because Google Meet allows 2 different focus settings.
Okay, well.
I might be in the minority, but I like the squeaky chair.
Well, it's gone. Hey, there we go. It's dead. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Ryan.
All right, so we're going to need a setting for this haunted house, and we need monsters that are going to try to scare us, or ghosts, or aliens, or I don't know what you refer. Brian, what do they refer to them as in behind the scenes?
Just creatures.
Okay, I put creatures here as well. So, and then we're also going to need, I needed a third one. So I just did, some sort of date, maybe era, and then like a season.
Oh.
So you could say like Roman Empire in the winter.
Okay. Well, as someone who did not do good in history, I'm going to keep it as modern as possible.
Well, they're going to decide. Each one of them gets one.
I don't get to decide.
You don't get to decide.
Please don't pick a time frame. I'm not a period.
I'm expecting for this original to be very weird.
It's going to be so hyper specific.
But every good Halloween Horror Nights event also needs an IP house.
That's true.
So each one of these guys is going to choose a horror IP, because I said 3, and so each one of them gets to choose a horror IP.
Yep.
And then we're going to just randomly pick one non-horror IP. Not necessarily that one, Jacob, but one non-horror IP. Because I will say, they've already kind of done that at the Universal, the horror makeup show. They have a bad Dora. So, we don't want to repeat.
Yeah.
I can find something else.
And then we're going to tell Chat GPT to just mash it all up together and pop out some sort of movie. Whether it's Freddy versus Jason versus The Exorcist versus Bluey, or Mickey Mouse's Clubhouse or something like that. I don't know.
I love it. Now, Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say, are any of our judges following all this? How do you guys feel about this so far?
I don't know why I'm here.
Mediocrely confident.
We're getting to that.
I'm following it. I'm excited.
Okay.
And I'm most excited to hear from Jacob.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Jacob?
I think you're muted, Jacob.
Oh, yeah.
You may want to unmute yourself.
We can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
I've
There
been
you go.
talking this whole time and laughing.
Oh,
You guys haven't heard my banger jokes.
let's start over.
Did you deliver
I
a
feel
baby in the background?
It's probably best because I was like crying about Dora a minute ago.
I can't believe he took that from you right away.
Yep.
That was hilarious. I feel good about it. I think it's going to be a interesting podcast.
Okay. All right.
It should be. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, Brian, that the IP is going to be the soundstage and the original is going to be.
I'm good with that.
It's going to be a tent.
Yeah.
There's no more parade building, so
I don't even like doing the in a sprung house quote anymore. But it's done. But the new sprungs are up, and they're not really they're more tentish. But anyway, yeah.
So no two sprung tents come.
I don't know. They're both up. They count. No, never mind. They count. Shut up. Go ahead. Sorry.
We're going to get 5 minutes each, Brian and I, to come up with some sort of walkthrough, something creative. We're going to do the best we can. We're not allowed to use AI for it. We could just type it in. I want to be good about this and come up with my own ideas. And then we're going to get rated by each of the judges. So not collectively, but each one. We're going to get 1 to 5 point scale, creativity, scariness, and then realistic achievability, because I don't want it could get off you're on a spaceship, you fly into the sun, and then vampires just explode outside of the sun.
I'd go through that house.
I mean, I would
Anything's
too, but
possible. They put water in one of these houses one time. I remember.
in a sprung house.
I'll kill both of you.
Hey, broken house is broken house. I mean, I would be okay with it. I mean, Kung Fu Panda. I mean, it is a universal property.
Wait, where'd it go? I feel like I just had fever dream. There was a bunch of Shreks on the screen. Yeah, you can't just flash that and then put it back like nothing happened.
So those are the rules. Those are the
Being
rules.
gaslit already.
There it is.
I mean, Shrek could be the non-horror IP that we
Shrek
have to
house
do.
would be awesome. Don't.
It's been a while since I've seen any of the Shrek movies, so I kind of hope Shrek's not the prompt, but we'll see. So I guess first off, how do we want to decide who gets to decide each of the? We're just gonna do it for me, top to bottom.
Okay.
All right. So
And then
Tyler,
hey, we'll reverse it after that. I don't know if
Okay,
that
that's
helps
fine.
anything, but all right.
Yeah, Catan rules.
Tyler,
Come on.
you're deciding the location where it's taking place. Billy,
Okay.
you get creature, and then Jacob, you get time and season.
Wonderful.
All right. So while they think, we're gonna get copyright strict for that. Ryan.
And I guess go ahead and come up with your horror IP.
Yeah.
And then come up with one non-horror one, and we'll decide between the three of y'all.
Yeah. So you all start brainstorming on your pads.
I'm
Ryan,
kind of a little nervous right now.
I am too. That's why I'm gonna try and just fill this time.
Just focus, yeah.
Yeah, they're deciding our fate right now, and one of those categories. What category do you feel the strongest about, Ryan? What do you think you'll have no problem coming up with?
Probably some sort of creature.
Okay.
I mean, there's been so many things done, and I feel like you can almost make anything scary. Now, I feel like Billy's now going to take that as a personal challenge.
Right, but this is the event that had an Arbor Day room in a haunted house.
Yeah.
And I got scared by a freaking tree. So
Okay, if Arbor Day comes back up again, I gotta do a little bit more research. I'm gonna use Google to figure out,
Yeah, what are the rules on that? If I don't, I mean, we have 5 minutes, right? So if there's a time period I don't know anything about, I have to do like a quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to do
Okay.
a little quick, that's fine.
Okay, because
The main reason I wanted to stick to the time frame was because I didn't want, like, originally you and I had talked about doing it earlier in the day, and I'm like,
Right.
I don't want, like, if my work gets busy, I don't want us to have the entire afternoon to create
To
this
create
awesome house,
something. No, I
or
agree.
in fact to use AI ourselves to try to like master this prompt. So I want
and
it to
that's-
be as off the cuff, and I'm sure in the future we're gonna do more in depth. I want us to do
Yeah.
more creative ones like this.
Yeah.
Oh, that last one was really ugly. The joke is, guys, that he's actually downstairs in my dining room. So
It's true. I have his mail right here.
yeah, my wife's new debit card right there.
I was going to say also because the best house last year was a period piece house. We're talking about Blood Moon, of course, and everybody else. We're out of time to discuss that topic. All right. How are our judges feeling? Are we close?
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Okay. Oh, man. That confidence is scary. I'll tell you that.
Am I just picking one out of the many that I wrote? Or
Or for location?
Yes.
Yeah, pick the best.
Pick the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or the worst, whichever
Or
one.
the worst, whichever one. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
And who's entering the prompt? Is that going to be you?
Yeah, I'll answer it in. Well,
Okay.
I'll tell you what I'm typing in just to make sure that we're on the up and up.
Okay. Now, if we get something kicked in that's like a little, because last time we did this, we kind of had to keep like diving in. If we don't like the first prompt, do we want to give them? We
can redo it.
Can we give them like all something to add to it or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Guys,
we can safely modify it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like, oh, they have this whole thing planned. We really don't. We have no idea what we're doing. We're making this up as we go.
I literally winged the rules today while I was at work. I was like, I got 5 minutes. Let me come up with some rules. So this is actually a little bit organized.
Yeah. All right. Well, if we were ready to go, Ryan, I'm ready to hear our fate. What is that? Oh my God.
Oh. It came in kind of
By the way, soft plug for that game. Please, everybody buy it.
Already pre-ordered?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We're talking about Killer Clowns.
See the clown. I mean, Killer.
Yeah. Did anybody see the AI Simpsons thing? Krusty was terrified in that. Oh my God. Okay.
Remember Krusty's lips?
Yeah, his lips.
All right, location. We've got a location. What's our location?
Oh, me?
That's you.
Birdhouse.
Birdhouse. Okay.
Birdhouse?
Birdhouse.
Like a giant birdhouse, or
are we shrunk down? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Whatever HHM wants it to be.
I immediately went not the direction I thought we were going.
All right. So
good job.
Good time for Nightingales 2 again.
Hey, Nightingales 3.
Tyler, you have severely put me into a corner on what kind of creature I can say that would fit in a birdhouse. This goes along with every stipulation you've ever made, Tyler.
Yeah,
you go
Tyler,
from 0 to 100. But you know what?
Do I need to change it?
No, I'm going to adapt one of my answers here.
Okay.
Because I'm creative. So I put down a few of these. One of my first choices was going to be one time the Discovery Channel ran this series on like Earth after humans, and they theorized what would happen like 20 million years from now. And they had these octopus-like creatures swinging through the trees like monkeys. And I saw that. Yeah. So that was going to be my first answer. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm sure they've done a house like this, but I feel like I want to see, now that we're in a birdhouse, I want to see. No, not just regular birds. My other idea was Greek gods and goddesses, but I want them to be portrayed as different types of birds, a bird species that might fit a specific Greek god or goddess. So we'll let AI have fun with that one. But you've got some Greek god birds in a birdhouse now.
All right, Jacob. This is time and a setting.
Time and a set.
What? Because what goes better with birdhouses than a time and a setting?
Yeah. They could be more advanced birdhouses.
Well,
steampunk birdhouses.
So when we say setting, so we've said birdhouse.
Is that not the setting?
Well, I'm saying like
it's the birdhouse
a time period.
Is it in a yard? Is it? Yeah.
Is it like
in America? Yeah.
We kind of have a Greek god theme, so if you want to say ancient Greece, that would work, but I feel like that's not going to happen.
I feel like it's going to be 80s Japanese.
Okay.
Oh!
What does that even mean?
You know what it means.
You know what it means.
I mean, this is 80s. So this plus Japanese. I was thinking like downtown Tokyo feeling inside a birdhouse apparently now.
All right.
I think what we've learned is I should not have gone first.
Now I love.
Do you want to change your answer from birdhouse?
No, we're not looking for easy here. People turn it on and everyone's like, "Oh,
okay.
it's a haunted house in the woods." Nobody wants that. They want an '80s Tokyo birdhouse with Greek goddesses.
I agree.
Does feel like something you might find at downtown Tokyo, but
honestly, we've connected it. It's fine. I'm actually good with that.
And you've said they've wanted to reach out to different areas of the world, so this could be
right.
This could be it.
All right.
So now we just sit here.
Yeah, we just.
Sorry, I'm typing in right now. It's already so okay. So the title is The Avian Asylum. So far, I'm adding the second prompt.
That's actually super sick.
Great, but have the house filled with birds.
Greek. What?
What?
Are you still working on it? Okay, we're gonna let Ryan just clean his prompt up. Okay. Now, I'm curious for the judges. For everybody out there, do you guys watch horror movies? Are you a big horror fan? Tyler, where's your history with horror? If you guys listen to the Christmas special, you kind of know him, but real quick, like 10, 20-second summary. You like it, you don't like it, 30 seconds if you want.
I do up to a point. I think there are certain movies that take me over the edge.
Like Hereditary?
Yeah. I probably will never watch that just because I've seen scenes from it and I'll never go back.
If I lose, I'm going to make you watch Hereditary. All right, special guest, what about you?
I prefer the thrillers, not so much the Saws of the world, more so the, I almost said stranger than fiction, which is not what I meant to say. I meant to say The Strangers. That's the movie that I'm looking for, but I have seen Hereditary, and that's all I'll say about that.
All right. And Jacob, do you like horror movies at all?
No. Horror movies aren't really my thing.
Ryan, you will appreciate this. We did talk about doing a podcast where it was his first time at HHN and completely coming up with a fictionized version of the entire thing. And at the end, just being like, yeah, he's never been.
Yeah. I love that. That's fantastic.
All right. So I have 2 of the prompts in so far.
Okay.
I need your help to come up with how I phrase 80s in Japanese. All right. So I'm going to tell you the setting and the history. Well, I'll just read this for you, and you guys tell me what you guys think so far.
Tokyo in 1982.
I like 1982.
All right. And it takes place in
nothing bad happened in Tokyo 1982.
Tell me what it is, because I'm gonna need something.
Looking it up.
Yeah. I can't.
Even Chat GPT says that it adds it says incorporating the Tokyo setting in the year 1982 into the narrative adds an intriguing layer to the story. Let's weave in. All right. Are we ready?
All right.
We ready?
We got to hear this.
I will tell you this. So it gives us the setting, the history, the haunting, the ghostly pantheon, and then encounters and conclusion. I'm going to leave out the encounters and conclusion. I will not use it.
Okay.
I promise. You'll have to Scout's honor. I will not use the encounters. And
immediately don't believe that, but okay.
As I hit copy and paste.
Talking to the IT guy. I'm not gonna.
Actually, let's see. How do I here present?
Oh, we're getting the screen. We're getting fancy.
Is it going to be the AI?
I want to say for our first house, I'm pretty proud of the effort here. All right, can we leave this up while we type so I can keep referencing it?
Can I tell you what was the best or the highest grossing film in 1982 in Japan?
Yes.
E.T.
No way!
Boom.
Oh my! Look at
E.T. Greek gods. Okay.
So
I'm going to read it because not everyone's watching the video. In fact, I don't think we've posted any of the videos yet.
We haven't.
We're going to do audio podcasts.
Someone's having a baby.
Yep. So of this house is called the Avian Pantheon, Tokyo, 1982.
I liked Avian Asylum, but that's good. All right.
Well, it's not asylum anymore because we had to add Greek gods.
Oh, that's right. The Avian Pantheon.
So amidst the bustling streets of Tokyo in the year 1982, nestled within a forgotten corner of the city's sprawling metropolis, stands a curious sight, a weathered birdhouse. Its faded colors a stark contrast to the neon lights that illuminate the night sky. Surrounded by towering skyscrapers and bustling crowds, the avian sanctuary remains an enigma, a relic of a bygone era. Built by the enigmatic ornithologist Dr. Alstar Crow during his travels to Japan, The birdhouse was intended to be a sanctuary for birds of all kinds, but as the years passed, it fell into disrepair, overshadowed by the modernity of the city that grew up around it. Yet despite its forgotten status, whispers of its haunted past still linger in the streets of Tokyo. Despite the city's relentless march forward, the birdhouse remains frozen in time, its decaying facade a testament to the passage of years. Within its walls, the spirits of the Greek gods, transformed into spectral birds, dwell in silent vigil, their presence a reminder of a time long past. As visitors venture into the avian sanctuary, they are greeted by the sight of spectral birds, each bearing the likeness of a different Greek deity. From Apollo, god of the sun, as a radiant phoenix, to Poseidon, god of the sea, as a majestic albatross, the ghostly pantheon casts a surreal aura over the urban landscape. All right, so before we get started, I'm not as familiar with Greek gods as I probably should in my history. Can I really quickly add on here, hey, make each Greek god a bird? Okay. Yeah.
Honestly, it's not a terrible concept. The Greek god is the only thing that's like, okay, well, that's a little bit, but
all right, God, you guys see it?
Okay, what if I'm less familiar with birds than I am Greek gods, though? Okay. Good thing there's not a popular video game that gave us a lot of characters of Greek gods this season.
All right, so do we need it? Has everyone happy with the information? Are we good with this prompt, Brian? Can we even do this in 5 minutes?
No, but I think we gotta try. I mean, otherwise we'll be here. This could be an easy hour exercise at this point.
Yes, it very, very well could. So
the judges,
I'm going to move this away so that way I can.
Yeah, and this isn't a sprung.
Yes, sprung house.
Wow, that kills. Okay. Yeah, and are we gonna drop record? I guess we'll just cut it out of the episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I figured we would just cut it out. In the video, I wouldn't mind just fast forwarding through so people can see that we're not just cutting for an hour. But
all right, so we're saying this right now. After I'm done with this sentence, we are going to.
I'm pulling up a timer. I'm pulling up a timer on my phone. Let's see, 5 minutes.
I just want to say I'm proud of the judges on this one. This is not literally anywhere close to what I thought a prompt would be from a bunch of random Haunt and non-Haunt fans. So
sorry.
No, it's you know who would love this house? Brighton. Like, this is
honestly, I'm down.
I'm super down. Yeah, I'm honestly now. Whatever HHN announces this summer will not be as cool as this. 1982.
A toucan. No, thank you. So I'm setting an alarm on my phone for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And I'm taking off my headphones and I will resume when I'm back on. All right, in 5.
For music, but is there a way for me to not hear everybody?
Figure that out yourself.
No.
Am I the IT guy? 5.
I don't know. All right, I'm taking my headphones off. Y'all discuss.
2, 1.
That's probably because no time.
And time.
And that's time. Well, we didn't get through all the birds, Ryan.
We got two more birds left. Hold on.
We didn't get through the birds yet. Hold on.
Brian. Okay, Brian's pen is up, so we are good.
We're good. By the way, Tyler had to go pick up his wife from work.
He'll be back in like 8 minutes.
That is Tyler's timing and terrible.
Oh, we should have had him go ahead and give us the IP.
Yeah.
He said Dora the Explorer.
Can someone call him real quick and have him give us a horror IP?
Yeah, and we could just do both, and then we'll.
Yeah.
Good, because I'm like in the creative flow. That was so hard, by the way.
It was very hard.
Oh my god!
And that was such little time.
It was such little time. Okay,
we had a great time.
I can't wait to hear
definitely winning this.
I feel like I have some good heading, but special guest, are you unfrozen?
No, he keeps freezing.
He keeps freezing. Okay,
Oh, he does.
I am gonna call Tyler.
He's back.
Oh.
This is my first time using this internet, so Lord knows what's happening.
That's fair.
Where are you now?
Still in New Albany, Indiana, but I'm 5 blocks east of where I was 2 weeks ago. So
this is live, by the way. I'm just showing everybody this happening. I'm here. Hey, okay. So since we have some time, we're gonna roll straight into the IP. We're changing it. We're flexible on this show. Okay. So can we have? What did he have for IP?
Did he write it down?
We just need a horror IP.
Oh, we just need a horror. What was your horror IP?
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Let's go.
Ooh. Wait, what was that?
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Ooh, never seen that movie.
Oh, how are we friends? Okay, thank you. Bye. We'll see you in a little bit. Get back here. That felt like straight up to help me out.
All right.
Okay.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's a good choice.
Yeah. All right. Ready for the next one?
Is that going to be
just
me?
hold on? Just show so everybody knows in case wherever we did come back in, if there was confusion. One of the judges had to run to pick up his wife, so we're just going to go straight into the IP write up so that we don't waste any more time. And then when he gets back, we'll go back.
Real quick before we do.
Yeah.
Aphrodite. Chat AI thinks that Aphrodite would be a swan because a swan symbolizes elegance, grace, and romantic allure. What we were doing while you all were gone, we were ranking Chat GPT's choices between bird and Greek god on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being
Most
the worst.
Okay. That's
Aphrodite and swan, what would you rank it, Brian and Brian?
That's pretty good. It's like a 4. 3 or 4.
I mean, I would say, at least a 4. It might even be a 5.
Yeah.
All right. So you need another IP.
What's your horror IP? Yeah.
My horror IP. Okay, I thought of a really good one that doesn't exist, so I have to say it because this is a hilarious sequel.
Okay. Okay. I guess that's allowed.
Well, no, this won't be my actual thing, but I just need to say it into the universe.
So, funny, though.
Who saw the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven when they were children?
I did. It was very sad.
Yes. Okay. But here's the horror version of it. All Dogs Go to Hell. And I want to see that movie / house.
You'd get canceled so quickly, Bill.
My God. Calm down, Satan.
And don't worry. I'm just asking Chat GPT a summary of Rocky Horror Picture Show so that way I can have at least some idea of what I'm doing.
I would love to see what Chat GPT comes up with.
It's not going to be good.
Yeah.
It's either going to be very, very PC or very not PC.
Either way, we're not reading it on here. All right. And
I took my favorite scene out of Depths of Fear, but it's all right.
That is true. That is what's crazy is, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go on my Horror Night rant. I haven't done it in a minute. Because one of the rumored houses this year is monsters of Latin America. We have La Llorona and other things. And you have this house that's very horrifying subject matter. And there were 2 drowned children. Spoiler alert. There were 2 drowned children in the house. It was in a creek, in running water. Yeah. God forbid you cut a dog in half on an alien sci-fi submarine ship. It's insane. The levels. Well, that's too far. That's upsetting. No. Anyway, the dog whimpering was it was a little upsetting. I'll give them that. But all right. So for our real IP from you.
Yeah. I'm stuck between 2. And I think I just want to go to my traumatizing experience as a youth on Alien Encounter, and I want to go Alien. I want an Aliens franchise.
Solid. All right, that's great.
All right,
good sci-fi.
Jacob,
Alien Encounter was a very scary ride.
Well, I'm not as well versed, so I'm gonna go. Does the Invisible Man count?
Yes. Oh, it does. And actually, he's been at every event for the last 34 years.
Jacob, did you mean to lean into that? That they've been talking about the Invisible Man. It's like always running joke on this.
He's always in the house. because you can't prove he's not.
He actually was in it this last time.
He legitimately was.
He was in it.
I saw him, which is a confusing thing to say about the Invisible Man.
And that's why I didn't like the execution. I want a real Invisible Man scare.
And I just need to say this again because I need to say it every time I'm on the podcast. Whenever the two of you bring up Billy, it freaks me out when I'm listening to it and am not actually on the show. So I don't
oh my gosh, it took the prompt. It took the prompt. All right. What's the non-IP that we want to throw in here? I mean, the IP that's not horror. We're not doing Dora. Okay. Okay. Who votes? Dora?
Okay. I think it needs to be either Shrek or, hear me out, The Simpsons.
Ooh. Well, Treehouse of Horror opens up a whole. I don't want to go down that road.
Or Dexter's Laboratory.
That's actually great.
Here's the thing, though. Shrek as a haunted house is terrifying.
It is. That's why I vote for it.
I think Dora is a haunted house. Hola, soy Dora. Soy dead.
It's like Swiper no swiping, and he's like taking her guts.
Yeah, so this is completely. It just gave me the house.
Harvesting her organs. Wait, Swiper no swiping. God. Okay. All right, Ryan. I like that Tyler's chair. It's just empty. Like he's gonna come back to the cafe at some point.
I just want to read. I don't even want to make a house anymore. I just want to read this prompt.
Please do.
Because it does. Okay, so I will tell you, it does what you expect it to do. It has a setting, but each room is a different IP, so it's not blending them necessarily.
Okay.
So I'm going to read the setting. I really want to read the rooms, but I feel like that's cheating. But I don't know if the setting gives us enough.
Let's read the rooms after
because the setting says, okay, so first of all, it's called the Haunted Multiverse Shrek Swamp of Shadows.
Stop. Stop.
That's it. Full stop. That's it. What a prompt.
Thank you for joining us on Ryan and Brian's.
That was it.
Yes, step into a mysterious mansion that serves as a nexus between different dimensions and realms. As they explore, they find themselves traversing through eerie corridors and dimly lit rooms, each representing a different universe. Unbeknownst to them, they're about to
makes fun of all the fairy tales. So this actually works like if he got into the horrors. Okay,
they're about to encounter an unexpected dimension, the whimsical yet unsettling world of Shrek's Swamp.
Dude, I'm for it. I think it works.
There you go, Jacob.
Yeah.
Or wherever you are.
It's giving me the scene from Nightmare Before Christmas where Jack is walking through the woods and you see the trees with the different holidays on them. Like that's what I'm imagining here in the hallway.
I'm good with what they said. And we can incorporate. I'm going to leave. So are we incorporating the 3 IPs into this?
Yes, you have to incorporate. Okay. I don't want to leave out any of these. Even myself. That's because I don't know.
I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight. Yeah.
Oh my
gosh. I'm ready to go.
All right.
This is good.
I'm setting my. I'm going to lose so bad.
Go back to Shrek.
Yeah.
I'm still a little disappointed that we're not doing Dora.
All right. Add Dora.
Organ harvesting.
You can if you want to. Yeah.
If Swiper is not harvesting her organs at some point in that house, 0 points.
I got a Charlie horse. Ow. All right. Let me know when we're ready.
So they just added a 5th room.
Okay.
It's still the same thing. It's basically the same thing. So do we still want to incorporate Dora the Explorer or no?
Not as fun.
Yeah. But you know what? I'll keep Dora in the mix. So when we read it afterwards, we can still have that up. So, all right. So I'm getting my alarm sets.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1.
Said gray parrot. Okay. That was a good try. Now, can you please show me a cartoon donkey
I'm done, but I have to run the bathroom real quick. So you all keep doing whatever that is. Whatever's happening
when the robots take over, Billy, they're going to hold you down and then show you this video as they slowly torture you.
The one. All right, I'll be right back.
Listen, I'm being very nice to Chat GPT.
Am I the only one that thanks Chat GPT every time something?
We were just discussing.
Yeah,
this.
he's
I always
very kind.
I always say thank you. I don't
know how to do what you're doing, but
oh, come on.
Okay, I'm gonna.
But that's Shrek as a bird.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom too, guys.
Perfect.
Like you'd see it.
Don't ruin my podcast.
There you go.
That has unicorns in it. That
make them mermaids?
No, that's a mermaid show, not a unicorn show. Brian, you're muted if you're trying to respond.
Sorry, yeah. I said make them mermaids. And
no, stop.
I'm so glad. Thank you.
And My Little Pony, even though it's not that. The unicorn show. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know.
I like that it gave me the color swatches as if I was going to create a universe of this half donkey, half gray parrot.
It's kind of cute.
Over and over, it was probably like.
It was like, you do it. Dang.
Yeah, leave me alone, bro. Like, so did you guys catch Tyler up on?
Not at
happened?
all. No, we've been talking about birds and Shrek.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan.
Oh my God. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I loved this. I thought these turned out great. And
did you like this, Brian?
No, I looked up to see for time, and that's what I saw, and I had to just stop because it derailed everything I was trying to think of. No, that's what I saw. Go back. That's what I saw.
This one.
That's that one. Yeah. That's where I was like, I can't with whatever they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Listen, that's fine. Ryan, this is our donkey as a gray parrot. This is what it gave us.
Okay. You know what? Not bad.
No.
You should have told us to make it.
Okay. This is Zeus as a bald eagle.
Oh, man.
Now that you've already done that house.
100%.
Amazing.
That's just a man with the head of a bald eagle. I just noticed the arm. Look how buff that bicep is.
Yeah.
But he's in the cloud mountains, so it's real.
So it's real.
With lightning.
I mean, that's pretty awesome.
All right, guys.
Okay.
So do we want to hear the IP house first, or do we want to do our R's and then?
Yeah. What are you
disappointed?
We'll take a vote.
I need the judging categories again.
Creativity, scariness. Oh man, I failed on scariness. And then achievability.
And we're 1 through 5, right?
Yeah, give us whatever points you want.
Yeah,
whatever scale. As long as I win.
Oh, so it's just a single point to the winner at the end. Is that what's happening?
I mean, I guess we'll add them all up, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So is it points per category or points per?
I mean, I would say per category, but
okay.
I mean,
so
write
down the categories and then give us points.
So your maximum score could be a 15.
15. Yeah. 30 total if you
correct
crushed it in both. Dang.
With that.
So do we want to hear what Chat GPT had to say first, or do we not?
I want to hear that after. I want to hear the creativity that you made first. Yeah.
5 minutes. By the way, restrictions were the hardest creative exercise.
Brian, do you want to start you want to do the original first and then the IP, or do you want me to do the original?
I think again, we got judges here. We control the show too much. So let's take it to a vote. We got 3 people. Raise your hand if you want to hear the IPs first.
All right, originals it is.
Well, originals it is. All right. They want the Greek goddess.
Okay. Hey, we got one. Okay.
My God.
But that was for the originals.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So should Brian go first or should I go first?
Youngest first.
35?
30. I'm 35. I turned 36 in December, right? Is that right?
So I am the oldest.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm July.
Grow up.
I don't remember what you said. Is it youngest or oldest?
So Brian first. Brian first.
Ha.
Yep. Youngin.
All right. So if you're still playing along, catching up, like playing with us at home, and you need a quick catch up, the prompt for this was. Can you refresh everybody on what this?
All right. So just real quick, the prompt was it takes place in a birdhouse. We are going up against Greek gods as represented as birds. And the theme is 80s Japanese.
Okay. And with that,
specifically 1980.
Yeah. I love Jacob's background right now. I'm all about that. All right, and with that, we present the first AI HHN house that is announced for the season, Avium Pantheon Tokyo 1982. Now, I wrote this from the perspective of, your how they kind of like write them, but it's like me walking up to the house and how you would kind of experience it. So, the Sprung house is the birdhouse. That is the main theme of the Sprung. But as you approach Sprung 2, you are greeted by a few forced perspective Neo-Tokyo skyscrapers. As you progress to the entrance, the buildings become less modern and more decrepit. As you finally round the corner into a back alley, you are faced with the legend itself, the Avium Pantheon. The old birdhouse, full of confusing lore consistencies and mysterious deaths, has been around since before your parents' parents. No one knows who owns it, and it has never been dealt with, as any time anyone tries to destroy it, it leads... I just said they're cursed. I don't know. As you enter, you hear faint flapping. It is a dark and dingy space. The architecture immediately transforms from modern skyscrapers to Roman column and stonework. You hear scuttling and cawing, the smell of bird poop and old crusted feathers. I don't know what old crusted feathers smells like, but you smell it in there. As you round your first quarter, a glowing red, horrifying, disfigured phoenix comes within inches of your face as a red light with a fog bursts from above, catching you off guard. As you traverse the birdhouse, you find cells for
He's winning.
You find cells for each of these god and goddess birds that you now realize were prisoners. The Japanese culture had been trying to preserve, study, and take advantage of the raw horror and power of these murder machines. Now, they roam the halls waiting for their next victims as they take revenge on the helpless souls who enter. They eat your guts, claw your eyes, and the final bird is Hades. That was when we ran into the last 10 seconds. That is the Avium Pantheon, Tokyo 1982.
Is that an actual house that was just announced?
Yeah.
And you just read the description of it? Because that was amazing.
I do love, Brian, the oh God, I'm running out of time. And the final bird is Hades.
Which I believe has now been done in 2 HHN houses. Like Hades has been at the end, so it's not, I feel like I kind of stole there, but.
No, it's classic. It's a good fit.
Birds.
I wanted to play on the bird.
That was a great pull having the Japanese. Yeah, keeping them prisoner. That's like a very good way to like loop it in as like a horror night.
That's what I was stuck on. But then I wish I could have had more time to play with the creatures themselves. There's no bird relation.
That was kind of more what I was just like, okay, room by room, but mine's very basic. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm not a HHN creator here. I didn't work at the event.
You win every freaking prediction episode for 6 years. Let me have this. It's one thing I do.
All right. So the first AI house ever at Horror Nights officially is whatever it was called, the Avium Terror, or I don't know. What was it called?
Avium Pantheon Tokyo 1982.
Okay.
Duh.
So, as you walk up to the Sprung tent, projected on the tent is neon colors and the sounds of a bustling city. Entering in the house is a faded wooden old birdhouse that you walk into. You are shrunken down and transported into this horrific, dilapidated birdhouse, unready for the horrors within. In the first room you enter, you see an innocent toucan blended in with the neon colors, because it's colorful. The toucan is talking to you, warning you of the horrors ahead. At the last moment as you exit the room, the toucan jumps out at you, pushing you deeper into the horrors. In the next room, you are greeted by a falcon and red-tailed hawk who represent war. There are dozens of dead bird carcasses surrounded by you, and the stench of dead birds fill the room. The falcon scares you by trying to peck you to death. The next room has water features and waterfalls coming from the top of the tent. You feel the breeze of the ocean and an albatross flying from above. It jumps down as you enter the room, and there's a scare actor on a bungee at the end that perfectly jump scares you. The final room leads up to Zeus, the bald eagle standing up on top of Mount Olympus, who stalks his prey. The bald eagle flies at you and claws at you, and the lights go out using his lightning powers, and then you exit the house. So.
Say you sandbagging. That was awesome.
Okay.
That's a great house too.
It wasn't as detailed, but
oh my gosh. You know who I'm glad I'm not right now? Those 3 guys.
Yeah.
This is the projection, the colors, the wall. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Like for as often as you two claim to be the same person, the fact that Brian ended his house with Hades? And Brian ended his with Zeus, polar opposites, is hilarious. And
I do honestly wish I was the one with Zeus, so that feels like a better personality
I thought
trait.
that Hades was
wasn't
a little
gonna say anything
overdone,
about that.
so
Yeah. It is overdone. It's easy. No, I like making Zeus. That's a better That's a good twist. I like that. And the lightning strike. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and then I looked down at my watch and I had 10 seconds left. I'm like, nah, I can't. That's it.
Yeah. All right.
I should have asked this before, and I may change a score. Are we allowed to give half points or no?
Yeah.
Sure.
Go for it.
Okay. Whatever you want. Welcome to this show where everything's made up. I can't say that, but yeah, that other game show.
So while the judges are scoring, because I think they have a tough job ahead of them because there was a lot. Ryan, I love the dead bird carcasses. I thought I visualized it immediately. It's a great touch, and the projection with the Neo Tokyo would be so sick.
Yeah, I was like, okay, what's something they've been doing recently? They've been working a lot with the projection mapping on there, and I'm like, that could be easy. You could make it.
This is why I like you say like, oh, it's gonna be so hard, but like I fall into the go-to, right? I'm leaning into what's easy, what's executable, what have they done before, and I liked hearing. And they have had water at a sprung house, so that's not super impossible. They had water in the Jaws house, which was essentially a queue. It wasn't even a house, and they had a waterfall in that house.
A Jaws house?
It was in the Jaws line.
Yeah.
But they did. They had Scuba Steve, as we called him, jump through a waterfall. And so I love the bungee scare. It's great. Judges, how we feeling? You got some scores? Do we want to go to the net? What do? We do this one first, the next one? We don't know. I told you all. We don't know.
I think score this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Who's keeping track? Do I need to write down the scores?
Probably. I'm not going to do it. I'm dyslexic. I don't do numbers.
Brian. Okay.
We'll reveal our scores shortest to tallest.
What?
Oh,
5'7.5".
Wait, how tall is Jacob?
6 foot.
I am going first. Okay.
Yes.
If it was anything but 5'6", I was going first. Okay. Who do you want me to go with the score first? Ryan.
Start with Brian since he read his first.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do all three categories.
Ryan. All right. What? Creativity.
Is this Ryan or Brian? I heard Ryan and now I'm confused.
Brian.
Okay.
Billy said Brian. Okay.
Okay.
Brian's creativity. I'm giving a 5 just because the one thing that I can visualize with both of you is the facade setting, which is amazing. I think that's why I picked the birdhouse because I thought the birdhouse would be a pretty sweet.
And you could go a lot of directions with that. I think it is actually a very solid.
Both of them were set up pretty similar, but I like the Japanese harboring the powers of the Greek gods was pretty sweet. So I'm giving you a 5 on the creativity.
Okay.
Scare, I gave 4.
Okay.
Just because I couldn't do a 5 because Ryan's was better scary.
Yeah.
And then even though I just gave it away, sorry. And then the doability, I also gave a 4.
Okay.
I'll take every room, and I feel like it could be done really well if they do that.
Yeah, the tight quarters, because that's the thing with the sprungs. You know, they are restricted, and that's why I do like those houses because they make it more claustrophobic, and it does help that we saw a Roman house in a sprung, but it was really hard to get my head off of that, and so that's just kind of where it went. So, but hey, I'll take it.
All right, Billy. I don't know. Or no, Jacob. I don't know. Which one?
Jacob. How dare you?
Wow. His Gmail
that's
is
true.
the tall.
Oh, God, I gave it away. Follow me on Instagram.
No, I'm just kidding.
Shameless plug.
All right. Well, let's see. I don't have as much to say. They were both very creative. Loved what you guys did in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
with
not the first time I've heard that
prompt.
Wow.
Well, you're having a baby anyway. So
Excellent, Jacob.
So for Brian, I gave you 5 points for creativity. I thought it was very creative, very visually, or it was
very detailed.
Whatever,
mucho detail.
Scariness. I didn't really get any. I didn't get much scare from it. I'm going to give you 3.5 on that.
Okay.
Not scary, but just couldn't envision.
The fear.
Mm-hmm. And realness, 3.8. I think it's doable, but it seemed like a lot of birds packed into one house, and the wingspans are going to start hitting things.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't make a big scary bird in a tight space.
If you need a backup costume, it's going to be very expensive.
I mean, literally, we talked about Depths of Fear. They had to cancel costumes for 2 reasons. So that's a good call. I also like that we got into like not even half point, like 3.8. I love that.
Say, that was like 1 byte rules right there.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy rules.
Dave
for sure.
Yeah. I'm for that. That's great.
All right, Billy.
Now, would you go through the house, Jacob?
Yeah, if it was cheaper.
That is the best take.
What if I paid for your ticket?
Yeah.
You paid for my ticket 1 year.
You're not going to pay for my ticket. Have you seen ticket prices?
You're not wrong.
Stipulation: whoever loses has to pay for his ticket.
Might be it. All right, Ryan. Ryan, creativity 3.4.
Okay.
Thought it was fine. The scariness 3.2.
Okay.
I liked the lights out at the end. I like the lightning effect with Zeus, and the realness. I'm gonna give you a 5 on realness because I feel like it could absolutely be done.
That's a good call.
There we go.
I'll
take it.
Should I give my Ryan scores also? I did not do that.
Oh, shoot, my bad.
We don't know.
No, you're good. I thought Tyler
we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, Tyler, go back. Give your Ryan.
Tyler, go back. Yeah.
All right, going back.
Ryan, creativity.
You already gave us one of them, so technically,
true. I'm not going to do 0.6s and 8s and stuff like that because I did that with Ryan. But I'm only going to keep it.
Just round up for me.
Okay.
You don't need as much help as you think you do.
4 for creativity. I thought it would be really fun. Scariness 5 because the pecking of the bird coming at you.
That's such a good scare.
Flashing, dark. It could be great.
That's true.
And durability, I also gave it 5 because because you could jump around, like Brian was saying. The corners could be really quick. A lot of jump scares, like you were describing. I thought it could be good.
Awesome.
5.
I'll take it.
Okay.
All right, Billy.
All right, starting with Brian, creativity, again, 5, like the descriptors going from downtown Tokyo in the 80s. Like I'm almost imagining the Tron world and going into this old school situation. I could picture the facade. I think, again, having gone through these houses a 1,000 times now.
Yeah, and they've upped their facade game on the sprung. So that's what I'm trying to encourage here because I really like when they do a big facade outside. It's risky, but sometimes they do it.
100%. So creativity 5. I thought it was just really well thought out. Scariness, I'm going to go with a 4 just because I don't know. It's hard. Like I was visualizing this house seems like an aesthetically pleasing one to me.
Right.
And so it's hard to say that it would be super scary, but I don't know. I have to go through it to know.
Yeah.
And then realistic, I thought everything you said is 4.5 was gave me on the realistic ability here. Again, I think Jacob's point of wings, I think you'd have to get creative. Not every bird can have wings.
Right.
And I think not every bird needs to be a character. We've seen
true.
That's with like the lion animatronic, for example.
A half a bird. That's a good call.
Or other things. Too. Like you could do some things there.
Keep in mind Slaughter Cinema and sorry, just for people I'm trying to relate to both. Like the animatronic that never worked in the house that I can't remember. It's everyone's number one house, which is really bad. Oh my God, what was the Halloween house? Wicked Growth.
Wicked Growth.
The pumpkin, the little boo in Wicked Growth, but then also the giant thing in Slaughter Cinema. That is true. You could make a puppet out of it, so you don't have to do the big body. I didn't think of that then. I think it's a good call, but that's true. There's some creative workarounds there.
So Brian, great job again. Ryan, I got to give you 5 in the creativity. It was fascinating that both of you went a different direction.
We're not the same people. Take that, everybody.
You're not. One of you wants to end up with Hades and wants to.
All right.
It'd be really funny if this was like a Dueling Dragons type situation. You go one way to Hades, one way to
we did choose our fate last year.
Yeah. All right. I'm scoring you also, Ryan, scariness on the 4.
Okay.
Again, same kind of deal. I think it was visually so different than Brian's as far as like what I was imagining and like seeing people leading me through this house. So again, I think I took that more as like, okay, we have guides almost. And the realism, this is sort of a petty thing, but also not. I gave you 3.5 because it's a waterfall in a sprung house, and I just can't picture that.
That's fair.
From like the scale that I want. If it was in a soundstage, I would not have knocked you. But
I almost didn't put it down because of that specific reason. But
could be a projection waterfall, Billy.
Oh, let's see. Or the fog waterfall, Davy Jones on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah. But see, if I hear waterfall, I want to be
you want the real. Well, he did describe the wind off the waterfall, which again is a wind effect.
But. And you know what house that took me to when he started describing water effects and wind like that?
Oh, no.
And I'm just like,
wait, is it that one?
It's that one. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I've been waiting for this. Hold on. How do I you guys keep talking. How do I take my effects off? There we go. Did it do it? Nope.
No.
Hold on. Wait. There we go. Nobler. This is a painting that my sister made at my request from one of my absolute favorite houses of all time. And it's just gorgeous. But that house had the wind, the water, atmosphere. So,
what was that?
What?
Which one?
The violin.
Oh, yeah. I see.
Dead Man. They had the 4 different names. It was like Dead Man's Wharf, Haunted Pier, Dead Man's Pier, Haunted. Yeah.
So are we doing house by house or
let's tally up the scores. What do we have so far?
All right. So I had a 30.
Oh, never mind. Okay, good.
38.1. And Brian has
off half points. It's in the
38.8.
We are the same people. Okay. Wow. Anyway, all right.
Brian wins. Brian wins the first one.
We're going to tie, aren't we? We're going to each win. And then we're going to this will be a continued thing throughout the series, I guess. Okay. Should Ryan go first on the next one since I led?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Soundstage House. So, this house, for those that have been to the event, I pictured this one in the one that they do. It's the first one you enter. It's like where Dueling Dragons was last year, where you have the Duvetine curtain that you walk through, and you hear the voice, and then you turn the corner.
Okay.
So as you're walking through the Duvetine, curtain, you hear the voice of the Invisible Man daring you to enter into this tortured place.
Ooh.
It's haunting you. As you turn the corner, you see the facade of Shrek's swamp, but it isn't fantastical or whimsical. It's faded and jaded. Beckoning you from up above is continuing the voice of the Invisible Man, who continues to taunt you, daring you to enter into this place of horror. The corpses of fairy tale characters are laying all around you as you enter the swamp. Once you get in, a xenomorph from Alien jumps out at you, along with the little mouth friend that's coming out of his... And then in the next room,
you're not to distract you, but I'm dying.
You are greeted by Frankenfurter, who is doing a disturbing musical number, but instantly gets his head bitten off by a horrific ogre named Shrek. As you enter the next room, you are in the Xenomorph's lair, and you see it facing off against absolutely nothing because it's fighting the Invisible Man. It's kind of ridiculous to see this, but all of a sudden his little mouth comes out and gets chopped off by the Invisible Man and grabbed and held. The last room is filled with dummies standing there of all the different characters, and you don't know which one is the true scare actor. But it turns out that the last one standing there in the last little corner is a little girl named Dora. And she chases you out with a chainsaw and her map in the other hand.
Oh my God.
So she came in at the end.
Yeah.
Just right there for a brief moment.
Just to kill you.
Can you imagine that?
Dora just with the fit. Look at her face. She's just coming at you with the
No, going through that entire house. And then at the end, Dora.
I'm getting a 0 from scariness, aren't I?
That sounds terrifying.
That was absolutely incredible. No, because, and here's what I'll say. I will fight for Ryan. One of my first years, there was a house, the meat house. I can never remember the name.
Meaty Meats.
Yeah, Meaty Meats. And at the very end of that house, they had the big boy, the 1950s diner big boy with a chainsaw. And it was absolutely terrifying. It dropped me to the ground because just seeing the giant big boy smiley face. And that is what I envisioned Dora. And I think that's a grade A scare.
I'm glad someone thinks
Jacob's in a house now. He's teleporting more than anybody.
Not Ryan's house, though. A different house.
Yeah. All right, Brian.
All right. What was the name of this house? I didn't get it. It's Shrek's multiverse. I can't remember what the name of this house was.
Shrek's multiverse.
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So it is the haunted multiverse, Shrek's Swamp of Shadows.
All right, welcome to Shrek's Multiverse, Swamp, Shadow, whatever it is. I went
Shrek's Swamp of Shadows. Get it right.
I'm so sorry. This is this year's comedy house. Horror Nights has leaned back into the dark comedy house, and while you'll get some scares, you're going to get some laughs too. As you enter the soundstage, there is a foul-smelling scent, and you are greeted by Shrek and Donkey, who have opened their swamp up for a tour. But right as you follow Shrek into the entrance portal, an evil black magic spell appears out of nowhere, and you go through the vortex tunnel. They're bringing the vortex tunnel back for the first time in, how long that's been. Yeah. And you are transported into the Swamp of Horrors. In your first room, you are in the swamp, but something seems off as you look to your right. A figure is rising out of the mud and swamp, but only partially. It is the Invisible Man who is out to kill you using strobes. You swear you can see right through him, and he is appearing all around you. There are statues and real ones. You quickly run into Shrek's hut, where mounted on the wall is the fairy godmother. As you exit out the back, you find yourself in a spaceship. As you are walking, you can hear the slow but increasingly quicker beeping of the alien approaching. You now know you are in the movie Alien. Donkey is laying on the ground saying he doesn't feel well, and right as he screams, an alien pops out of his stomach while the mother Xenomorph comes down to attack you. Great movie ride style. On the wall, you see a face hugger impaled by Pinocchio's nose, which sneezes at you with water right as you walk by. Both of those are dead. Finally, you rush into the woods, and you hear singing and dancing, and you think you're finally back in Duloc. But instead, it is at Lord Farquaad's castle. He is now a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania, doing the time warp till you die. To get back to the swamp, you take a horror train from Screamwood, passing horror scenes from other horror IPs, and you make it back to the cabin where Shrek turns and looks you in the eye and says, "It's all ogre now."
They both have incredible endings.
Yeah.
Incredible endings.
I'm crying. Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Is this just a podcast now? Really, do we just do this every week?
we're done with whatever we were doing. This is the new formula. Oh, my God. I don't even remember.
Shrek puppet head saying that as you're trying to leave.
Now. I don't. The part that killed. I don't remember writing
a guy painted green. That's just like terrible.
The part was like, why is the fairy godmother mounted on the wall? I don't know.
But it would be scary.
And then you went to a spaceship. It would be scary. God.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's go backwards this time. We'll start with Ryan, and I'll go first. Again, and spoiler, I'm giving you both 5s on creativity because this is freaking hilarious. Like, that's like, kudos to both of you.
I do like that we both started with Invisible Man, and I love the narration style. That's something that I've loved in the last few years. Scary Tale, or not scary, was it? No, the bedtime story. The Tooth Fairy. Yeah, the Tooth Fairy one.
Yeah.
Oh, Tooth Fairy. Yeah.
Yeah, that,
with
and then
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes, that's it. But yeah, loved the narration on that.
I'm going to give you kudos. Literally, I pushed the little party button on
I see it.
Google Meet.
Yeah, you guys keep blowing us up with these.
I know.
Emojis that I don't.
Okay, so Ryan, 5 on the creativity. Hands down, fantastic. Even though you didn't necessarily go humor style, like I was still dying laughing the whole time. Which
once he said that it was a comedy house, I was like, that would have been great.
Yeah,
that was a good idea.
Though. It still worked. Scariness, I'm giving you a 4.2. I can see a lot of these things happening. I can visualize a lot of this. Brian doesn't think so, apparently. But no, I think that was well done. I'm going to give you a 3.8 on realistic, just because The one thing I can't visualize is how the Xenomorph would be fighting the Invisible Man. I do love the visual of that happening, and maybe
That feels
mirrors
like on you.
Yeah.
Ryan can explain it in detail, I'm sure.
And I do think you'd have enough. You'd have some trouble getting enough characters to play Dora with a chainsaw at the end, unless you just went with like this is not Dora from the cartoon, but Dora when she aged and just became a chainsaw yielding maniac
with a chainsaw.
Dora,
Just
the
like a middle-aged
Explorer.
woman with like, like 5 kids.
Dora the Explorer. She became
the
a
axe. Yeah, it's not a chainsaw. It's actually an axe or a chainsaw made of
Are
axes.
you holding a pair of scissors, Billy, by the way? I thought
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why.
Is the movie Us all of it? Are we in Us? I don't understand. Why do you have
I also have a tape measure. I don't know what's happening over here. I'm building a house, clearly. Okay.
Muy rapido.
So, Ryan, excellent job. Brian, let me move on to you. Already gave a spoiler, 5 out of 5 on the creativity. Just a fantastic, I love the visual, starting with Shrek and Donkey, as you know them, be like, come to a swamp, and you get in there, and then it's just total chaos.
not my swamp anymore.
What are you doing in my swamp?
I will say, Brian, we completely missed. If it was in one of the Sprung tents, we could have actually used the Shrek facade that's in the park now.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah,
that's
true.
how they're gonna actually market this next year.
That's the one thing. I don't think either.
Oh, by the way, if Universal wants to use this, we give them full permission.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
please.
Even though I fully expect all of you to give us a 0 on realness because Disney owns the Xenomorph. So,
it can't happen. But
listen,
if it could,
we're in a world where theoretically it could happen. I'm going from like practicality standpoint when I'm talking about realistic. Scariness, Brian, I'm giving you a 4.5 just because of the great movie ride trauma that I had as a child. And
it's a scary scene.
Between that and the alien encounter and that movie, like just visualizing that is incredible. And I love the Invisible Man.
Sorry, some context. I made Billy when we were really young. No one knew what Alien Encounter was when we were at Disney. I was the only one who knew what kind of ride it was, so I played dumb and I was like, I don't know, Dad, we should go on it, fully knowing that it was going to be very scary. I was like 9 or 10, and my dad was like, says you should be 13 for this. I was like, oh, they're just being dumb.
You were for sure 9 because I wasn't yet 12, and the sign in line said this ride is meant for 12 and older. And I was 12 and older. Like, okay, I'm not 12. I shouldn't be on this. And Brian's like, I'm 9. I'm fine.
We should do it. I remember my aunt covered her face. Oh,
I closed my eyes the whole time.
What a great ride.
So you get a 4.5. I did want to say I love the visual of the Invisible Man coming out of the mud. I think that was incredible. I could see the fairy godmother pinned to the wall. It was terrifying and hilarious at the same time. And I'm going to give you a 4.3 on realistic. I think the way you described everything, I can visualize it happening. But I want to see both of these houses. So again, kudos to both of you there. Jacob, I'll throw it over to you.
All right, over to me. All right. Well, all right.
So 5's down the board for me. Okay.
I'm sticking with the theme. 5 for creativity, Ryan.
Okay.
Just very, very well detailed, and you used every bit of every prompt to make sure that it was in there. Scariness, I'm going to give you a 3.8. I don't think either of these houses were terrifying. 3.8. I liked the Invisible Man haunting. I think that was a good way to use that. And realness, I mean, you could do it, but I think it's going to involve screens and a lot of stuff that's not going to be very fun to actually go through. But I'll give you a 4 for realness because I think it could be done. It's just not going to be the best house.
And we did see some screens in Stranger Things last year, so they have been messing with that.
I
did like, Ryan, the corpses of the fairy tale creatures too. I thought
that was a
good
striking opening. I mean,
good
the tone of that house.
Yeah.
If that's how you started off, like my God,
it just descends from there.
I imagine Shrek when he comes out and all the fairy tale creatures are there.
He's like, "What are you doing in my swamp?" And then he just kills all of them. He's like, "Great, now that's done."
He's just sitting on the porch, just chilling. This is how it should be. That's a good storyline. I like
the
that.
end of the movie.
Yeah.
All right, Brian. Let's see. 5 for creativity. Fantastic. I liked the visual of the Invisible Man coming out of the swamp. I think that helped, along with the alien encounter, to get you to a 3.5 in scariness. And
Aliens are scary.
while it is ridiculous, and I think I'm gonna give a 3.8 for doability, for realness, because I think it's gonna take a ton of scare actors to get done properly. And
Very fair.
and it would not be fun any other way unless you had every person in that acted out.
That's very true.
So
I mean, a lot of houses are like that, but like Depths of Fear specifically, like when they had all of their scare actors and all their costumes, like that was, I mean, OP house essentially.
Yeah, and we talk about that though, and we've seen houses. Walking Dead was probably one of the best ones where when they had the full cast, it was incredible. But when they had holes, the house fell apart. So I think that's a really good critique.
Yeah. So
over to you, Tyler.
And I threw Silverwood in there for you to try and buff the score a little bit. I don't even know how that scene would happen. Maybe screens, but
I know. I was like, oh, okay, thanks. Sorry.
I felt bad about it, but then you threw Dora in, so we both tried to cheat, even after we said we're not.
Dora was officially part of the.
All right, Tyler, what you got?
All right, Shorty.
This is not going to be dramatic at all.
Okay.
For the final. I'm keeping it the same. I'm giving you both 5s on creativity.
You're playing the finals? Oh, thank you.
No. Yeah, I just think it's incredible. Both of them were incredible. Both of the descriptors. Ryan, the scary factor. There was nothing scary about your house until Dora at the end would terrify and wreck so many people.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, imagine this short little stumpy person running towards your ankles at the end. So random, so it's terrifying.
Like in a crop top.
Unbelievable.
With a bowl,
smoking a cigarette.
That would be something I would talk about the rest of the night. It would be a scene that I would think about the rest of the night. So I bumped it to a 3.5. You were at a 0 up until that point.
Ooh,
okay.
I don't blame it.
Doability 0.5. Because there's
okay.
there's no way they would do that house. But it would be amazing. Okay.
You said 5 for creativity, right? I just want to make sure.
0.5. Oh yeah, 5 for creativity.
Okay.
0.5 for doability.
I was like,
okay. Brian 5. Scary. The donkey with the alien coming out of the chest would be the scariest moment of that entire thing, aside from maybe the placard godmother.
Yeah.
But the ending, both of you have contrasting endings, which, Billy, to your point, they're very opposite on their.
Right.
The ogre saying that would ruin every scary moment at the end. Unlike Ryan's, that would escalate. Yours de-escalated to a 2.5. 2.5. Yeah, okay. But this is scary.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
The laughing, I would give you a 5. Yeah. And then doability, I give you a 4.
All ogre now.
What'd you give him for doability?
4, just because I feel like it could be done. Yours,
okay.
Yeah, sorry. But
no, you're good.
They were both amazing.
So we had 5, 2.5, and 4 for you, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm adding up the scores now. Let's see. Since there's a bunch of points in here, I'm not that good at math.
There's a reason I didn't want to do the numbers. What would be your takeaway scene if you had to do all 4 of those houses? What are scenes that you would go home and say, remember when?
Hey, remember when the ogre said it's ogre now at the end? Like that would legitimately wreck me so bad. Like I would go through that house.
It would undo the rest of the house.
No, it would put a button on it. Like in a musical theater song, you got to have the button, you got to have the end. I would walk through that house every single time just to make sure that I got eye to eye with Shrek as he said, it's ogre now. And you leave the house.
To be fair, anybody who knows that meme, I did steal that from that very awful, inappropriate video. Also, I just want to say, I don't feel like Rocky Horror Farquaad is getting enough love. I was pretty happy with.
Oh man, I forgot about. Yes. Oh my goodness.
I was like, I didn't know where I was gonna go, and I just said, "There's a castle." I was like, "Oh my god, it's it's
Farquaad.
Farquaad.
That is incredible. I did forget about that.
Go ahead, Tyler. What scene or from the originals?
I already said it. I'm going to say the facade of the birdhouse on both of y'all scenarios would be something I would talk about. But I already said it. But Dora coming out of the shadows with a chainsaw at the end of a Shrek house, themed entirely of Shrek. And Dora coming out of the shadows with a chainsaw. I would talk about that for the rest of the week, probably, or month.
All right, I have the results.
All right, well, before we go, Jacob, what scene would you take home with you?
Well, first of all, I just want to comment on how we lean so hard into Shrek and the horror aspect just went out the window
on this horror podcast. This was a Shrek house.
Yeah.
And like Tyler said,
Look,
with
you
a
gave us
terrifying Dora at the end.
When are we ever gonna have that opportunity ever again?
Never. That's it. That's
You had to go for it.
You lost all your viewers. They're gone.
Yeah, they're gone. They're like, what is this? I don't. All right, Ryan, close us out. How'd we do?
All right. So I had
high scores, by the way. I would say fair scoring and good scores on both ends.
So I got a 34.8, Brian, and then you got 37.6. So you, Brian, won the first round of AI House.
AI House. This will be coming along throughout the year as.
So good job. But you know what? Kudos to both of us. I mean, you know, we had some good things going. We had some laughs.
Our judges.
Yes, thank you, judges.
Thank you for the absurdity.
Yes.
Tyler, I'd like to retract any negative thing I said about the birdhouse prompt. I think that actually led us in a really great direction.
I think we all were a little apprehensive at first. Yeah, I think let's call it how it is. We were all a little nervous when we heard that, and I think it led to one of the best original concepts we've ever seen. So
you let me go first,
and we won't do that again. That's fine. No, it was great. Ryan's gone.
Okay. No, sorry. So I think we're wrapping up here. Congratulations, Brian. But we still have what Chat GPT created for the IP house.
We do need to read that.
I need to.
So I think we just need to end on this. I was trying to get it to come up with a better ending because every time it just says at the end the guests emerge and they learned lessons and whatever. So I was trying to get it to create something better. But
can I say something just before you get into that?
Yes.
That's too much.
So last year there was a Billy house, air quotes. If there is a birdhouse house this year, then we know. Or if there is a birdhouse in a house somewhere, then you know.
Oh yeah.
That's true. We do get our references, and
yes.
I did want to say it was really hard for me to not just take a 180 and do birdhouse skateboards. I really wanted to lean into that brand and just go, but I'm glad I did.
Could be terrifying. Dora on a skateboard
with a chainsaw. Ever been a skateboarding chainsaw horror movie character?
The Haunted Multiverse: Dora's Quest Through the Unknown. Guests step into a mysterious mansion that serves as a nexus between different dimensions and realms. As they traverse through the haunted corridors and eerie rooms, they embark on an unexpected journey through various universes. Little do they know they're about to encounter a dimension filled with adventure, exploration, and unexpected challenges. The world of Dora the Explorer. Room 1, Alien Encounter. In the first room, guests find themselves aboard a spaceship reminiscent of the Nostromo from Alien. However, instead of facing a terrifying xenomorph, they encounter a friendly alien named Boots the Space.
Yes!
Boots the Space.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Who joins them on the intergalactic adventure? Oh, this is so hard. Together, they must navigate through the dark corridors and alien landscapes, all while space banana.
So I'm sorry, what? Did you say space banana?
Space bananas?
Space Boomer.
He can't even say it.
Someone take it over. I got. All right.
Oh my God.
Is that, yeah.
Yeah. It's not. There we go. Okay.
Oh man.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Space Bananas is where we left off.
I got this.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Encounter a friendly alien named Boots the Space Monkey, who joins them on their intergalactic adventure. Together, they must navigate through the dark corridors in the alien landscapes, all while collecting space bananas and solving space-themed puzzles. As guests enter the next room, they find themselves in a mysterious mansion, haunted by an invisible presence. But instead of encountering the invisible man, they stumble upon Swiper the Fox, who's up to his mischievous tricks once again. Guests must keep a close eye out for Swiper as they navigate through the room.
It's the worst swerves in a room.
Using Dora's backpack and map to outsmart the sneaky fox and continue on their journey. Every time you think you're going to get an epic scare.
I gotta see you guys. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh.
Okay. Hold on.
Last one laugh this hard.
That's room 2. In the third room, guests are transported into the extravagant world of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. However, this time, the characters have taken on a Dora-themed twist. Instead of Dr. Frankenfurter,
This is so inappropriate.
They encounter Dora the Explorer herself. Leading her friends on a musical adventure through the haunted mansion. What? Like from the movie or any haunted mansion?
He's just taking over every plot and being like, nah, we're going to go on our thing. We're going to do our thing.
Along the way, they encounter familiar faces, such as Boots the Monkey. Is this Space Boots or different Boots?
No, different universe.
Oh, it's true. Different universe. Backpack and Map, who help them overcome obstacles and solve puzzles using their unique abilities. I forgot we're going from universe to universe with the characters. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, room 4 out of 5. Shrek's Swamp of Shadows. Just when guests think the adventure is over, they find themselves transported to the heart of Shrek's swamp.
Oh no!
However,
I swear to God, if it's Dora, I swear to God,
this time they're joined by Dora and her friend as they embark on a quest to rescue Princess Fiona from the clutches of Lord Farquaad. This is just the plot of Shrek with Dora. Together, they navigate through murky waters and treacherous paths of the swamp, all while avoiding the mischievous antics of Donkey and Puss in Boots.
Wait, what?
What?
They came in. They're here.
Is Puss in Boots like Puss in Boots from Shrek, or a combination of Puss in Boots and Boots the Monkey? Oh my God!
Incredible.
A Puss in Boots like cat dog situation.
Boots.
Oh my God.
Okay, 5th and final room. Dora's quest through the unknown. Wait, the character from the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory thing from TikTok? What's happening here? In the final room, guests find themselves in the heart of the unknown, where they must rely on Dora's guidance to navigate through the mysterious landscape. With the help of Backpack, help of Backpack, Map, and their new friends, they embark on a thrilling adventure filled with obstacles, challenges, and hidden treasures. Along the way, they learn valuable lessons in friendship, teamwork. Okay, that one's not as scary. The conclusion.
One that makes sense.
Yeah. It was the most Dora-themed prompt yet. Here's an episode of Dora the Explorer in the
Why
unknown.
did she take over the whole thing?
Chat GPT was like, this isn't fun. We're making this Dora-themed.
Everything is Dora.
Sometimes Shrek is there, but this
is taking on David Pumpkin vibes. Like, why did you go all in on David Pumpkins? He went all in on
part
Dora.
of it. Here's the conclusion, by the way. As guests emerge from the haunted mansion, they find themselves exhilarated by the unexpected twists and turns of their journey through the multiverse. From alien encounters to Dora's quest through the unknown, they've experienced a truly unforgettable adventure that blends the worlds of fantasy and exploration in exciting new ways. That's true.
It would definitely be unforgettable.
My God.
That was terrible.
We do know this. We're better than Chat GPT.
Well, listen, we do know this, guys. It's ogre now. So.
It's ogre. It's all ogre now. Oh my God!
What if Dora at the end of the chainsaw looked up to you and said, "Do the roar"?
Do the roar. Oh man, Ryan, you're muted. Oh, I wasn't supposed to read that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, wow.
Disappointed. Do the roar.
I laughed so hard I unplugged my mic. So
I can't. I can't laugh anymore. I'm sweating.
I was sweating for a second.
I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna.
I swear I didn't read any of it. So as soon as I saw Boots the monkey in that first prompt, it was over.
Ogre.
And then Space Banana.
Every room got hijacked by Dora.
And it got more and more Dora everywhere. Until
all right,
Dora just abandoned the horror.
So
you still have that up that you can send to me, because I would read that again tonight as I'm going.
Yeah. I'll send. I'll find it and send it
to Brian and Frank.
Yeah, I'll send it. Oh my God. Well, we can't do another one of these. I don't know how we top that. I think that's over. Ogre.
That's
I can't
over.
do it anymore. Can't do it anymore. My God.
Oh, so good. So good. Great ideas, great prompts. Thanks for including us judges in this.
Thank you for, we needed the wild cards and you guys provided above and beyond on.
I did love this. We went, it is now 9:00. We went way beyond what we thought we would.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No,
it's incredible. True. But at least, Tyler, you know what they say.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Go ahead.
Well, we have to end the podcast on this, so let's just go ahead and get it over with.
Go ahead, Billy. I'll let you do it.
It's ogre now.